With Eric Kane, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com. A little 2-minute drill on this Tuesday. Tennessee creeping closer and closer to game week. Coaching staff moving closer and closer into game week mode. Defensive coordinator Tim Banks meeting with the media today. Not a whole lot. He talked in some generalities. I think he knows who his starters are. Not ready to divulge a whole lot of that right now, is he?
No, he's not. We tried to kind of get a little bit of some names in the pecking order at cornerback and at safety and at star. And cornerback, he said that he feels good about 2 to 3 guys, but it's a battle for that 4th and 5th guy. So you would assume Alontae Taylor and Warren Burrell are up there, but the question remains, who's that number 3 guy? Is it Kenneth George? Is it Brandon Turnage? We couldn't really get it out of him. He's very confident in Theo Jackson at the star position. There's 2 guys battling out behind him, but nonetheless, they are kind of getting into game week, and with that comes a little bit less of talking, I guess.
But it does feel like it seems like in talking to him, he likes where this group is from an effort standpoint and a learning standpoint. By no means was he declaring them a finished product, but it clearly he's got a lot better feel for this team and likes them a lot, likes his unit a lot more than he did at the end of spring when there was so much unknown.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of the common theme. Coming from spring into camp, you got a lot of reinforcements via the transfer portal. You got some guys back from injury, and just the renewed mindset, learning how to practice with this new coaching staff, learning how to go into meeting rooms and just sit and learning how to watch film with this new coaching staff. All that seems kind of minor, but it really does start to add up. And so, that's been the constant theme, really, with Josh Heupel and the entire staff, but with Tim Banks on the defense and the linebacker room, and in the secondary today with Tim Banks.
All right, we had an opportunity to also visit with Alontae Taylor and Jalen McCullough. First thing that jumps out to me about McCullough, he's healthy. I don't think anybody truly understands how banged up he was last year, how that foot really slowed him down. He seems like he's got a lot of confidence in where his game is physically right now. And Alontae Taylor likes just that overall group, particularly from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah, again, tried to get Alontae to kind of say the number of guys who could play. And he said, hey, we're all ready to play. But Alontae Taylor leading that bunch. Jalen McCullough, healthy, feels great. He said he's moving better than he ever has. Said he does feel like an 8th-year senior, but being a college student athlete, that'll do that for you. But also something I noticed from Jalen McCullough, asked about Trayvon Flowers, said Trayvon Flowers has had the best camp of any of them. He's learned a lot from him. He's leading that group as well, and he's probably been one of the best ones in the entire camp on the team. And so that's a good sign from a veteran secondary unit trying to come in and obviously play better than last year.
Yeah, Flowers is just a guy who's made more plays than he's ever made in his career. He's got 1 career interception. He's got a handful of interceptions this fall camp. Clearly, I think this defense, some of the simplicity of it, all the players talked about, some of the reduced number of checks and those things with the defense, that's helped them. Finally, Omari Thomas visiting with the media today. I think work in progress. I think Omari Thomas understands he is a work in progress right now with what he's got to do to be in the rotation on the defensive line.
Yeah, and it's like that for all those guys. Even the seniors, the Matthew Butler, the super seniors, the older guys. But Omari Thomas saying he's learned how to kind of be a leader, learn how to be a good teammate. Said he feels like a freshman all over again because camp last year was a little weird, but the anticipation of Neyland Stadium, having fans in the stands and all that, but being coached by Rodney Garner, learning more about the position and the why to do it, and not just what to do, but the why. I expect a lot of guys to play on that defensive line. I think Rodney Garner will play a lot of guys on that defensive line, but Omari Thomas, I believe, is going to be a guy that's going to be one of those first ones out there.
Yep, got to play lower. He talked about that extensively. It's a group that did not have a position coach a year ago, and for a freshman in Omari Thomas, I think that made for a tough year. We'll see what the new number 21 looks like when he gets out on the playing field on Thursday night. That's going to do it for this edition of the 2-Minute Drill. He's Eric Kane. I'm Brent Hubbs.